Yo, what is going on, guys? Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 8. And this will be my trailer breakdown for The Flash Season 8, Episode 4, titled Armageddon Part 4, aka the penultimate episode of this event, in which this season, it's been a blast so far. This season is not feeling like the Flash we have watched for the past couple of years. It feels so different, and that's in a good way. We finally have some great mystery being used. We finally have some intense scenes. We finally have all the characters having something to do. And they're actually really able to get this right fit when they're doing those certain side stories. And I feel that it works. The tone obviously feels so different. It takes me back to those seasons 1 to 2 vibes. And I'm just genuinely invested in this story. And I cannot wait to see what's in store for these last 2 episodes. Because these first 3 episodes have been amazing. And if they continue like this for the back half of the season as well, including episodes 4 and 5, then we are in for a ride. I would say that this would be the redemption for the show. And I would say that this would easily be one of the best seasons of The Flash. Last episode, not only did we get some answers in regards to who is causing Armageddon, but we see Barry time travel to 2031 and he enters this West party only to see his arch enemy Eobard Thawne, aka the Reverse Flash, hand to hand with his wife Iris. We have Team Flash as well as Ryan Walder, Ryan Choi, and Alex Danvers in the party as well. And they seem to be chilling with Thawne pretty well. And then when Barry arrived, everyone just turned around, looked at Barry in fear. And I just love how Thawne is just the only one in the back smirking at Barry, because obviously he knows what's up. He was the one who's been pulling the strings all along. He's been the one who's caused Armageddon. So I just love how Eobard's just at the back smiling. It was just hilarious. And obviously we'll be continuing right where we left off from last episode with episode 4. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to play the trailer due to copyright issues. I know a lot of content creators do play the trailer on their videos, but for those who don't know, they do still get copyright claimed. I just don't want to take that risk, which is why I don't show the trailer. But for those who haven't seen the trailer yet, I will link in the description down below, so you guys could obviously check it out, and then obviously come back and then watch this trailer breakdown. But before I go over anything, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. Okay, so before I actually go on to the trailer breakdown itself, I will go over the synopsis for the episode, as it does give us a better idea in regards to what we should expect for the episode. So the synopsis goes as followed. Barry is shocked when Eobard Thawne returns in the most unexpected way and with a tie to a loved one. Damien Dark offers advice to Barry, but there's a catch. An epic battle begins with Reverse Flash pitted against the Flash, Team Flash, Batwoman, Sentinel, and Ryan Choi. So yeah, this is a quite interesting synopsis and does actually open up some quite interesting theories, which I will mention during this video. But just doing a quick breakdown of the first part of the synopsis, we all thought that this tie to a loved one was going to be Caitlin, because Eric Wells has teased that in episode 4, there was this very intense scene between Reverse Flash and Caitlin, one that would supposedly send chills down our spine. But from the end of episode 3, we now know that this tie to a loved one is none other than Iris West, because they're literally getting married in the future. So yeah, I can't wait to see where that goes. But the trailer opens up with this face-to-face confrontation between Eobard Thawne, aka the Reverse Flash, as well as Barry Allen, aka the Flash. However, what's so interesting about this shot is that if you look at Thawne's neck, he is actually wearing the Flash suit. And we know that Thawne is supposedly now friends or allies with Team Flash and some other characters as well. Now, there is no way that Team Flash as well as the rest of the heroes would just side with Thawne all of a sudden, after Barry supposedly goes rogue in the future. They wouldn't do that. So there's a bigger catch to this, which gets me thinking, what if Thawne changed the timeline so that he is the Flash and Barry becomes the Reverse Flash? Now this would make a lot of sense, because Thawne is literally surrounding himself with Team Flash, along with the other heroes. And for Barry, aside from the fact that Barry is somehow going to turn rogue and he somehow ends up destroying the world, the heroes in the party stared at Barry in fear and were clearly afraid of him and were ready to fight him. So something is clearly up. Now, that's not saying that it's an Elseworlds type thing like what happened in Elseworlds, where Oliver Queen becomes Barry Allen and Barry Allen becomes Oliver Queen. I still think that Barry is Barry and Thawne is Thawne, but what I'm predicting is that their secret identities is the only thing that changes. So Thawne only changed the timeline, so Barry goes rogue and becomes the Reverse Flash, and Thawne becomes the Flash. And going back to this shot of Thawne wearing the Flash suit, it is indeed safe to say that Thawne becomes the Flash and Barry becomes the Reverse Flash, because when we look at set photos for episode 4, this all now makes a lot of sense, because for the episode 4 set photos, Barry is actually wearing the Reverse Flash suit. So to the eyes of everyone, Thawne is the hero and Barry is the enemy. But Barry, as well as we as the audience, know that he is the actual hero and Thawne is the one pulling the strings. But we do see Barry at the party confronting Thawne about how Thawne has been the one all along, how he's the one pulling all these strings, and made it look like Barry was the one who becomes the villain and causes Armageddon. This is exactly right where we left off, and Thawne pretty much says that he's finally did what he said he would do all those years ago. This is when we see Team Flash as well as Batwoman, Sentinel and Ryan Choi getting ready to fight Barry. You do see Iris with a blaster, you do see Ryan looking pretty serious, and then obviously you do see Ryan Choi getting ready as well, which I will mention in a bit. So firstly, we do see Batwoman suited up in the shot over here, and we do have Ryan Choi clicking this button on his wrist to obviously transform into the Atom. I am very interested to see how Barry will solve this issue though. Will he use Dion to rewrite the things that the negative still force affected? Or will Barry try to talk his friends down and try to convince them that he isn't the threat, but Thawne is the threat? I am very interested to see what's actually going to happen and how Barry solves all of this. But we then see Damien Darhk in this shot over here. Now this could be far-fetched, but Barry has no friends or he has no allies anymore because they've all sided with Thawne. And since Barry is the Reverse Flash and he is technically viewed as a villain, as we know, Damien Darhk is pretty much a villain despite his redemption in Legends of Tomorrow Season 5 and Season 4. Once again, this could be a Damien Darhk from before he's been redeemed. So what if the Reverse Flash and Damien Darhk alliance is not what we were actually promised that it would be? What if it's actually between Barry and Damien Darhk, not Eobard Thawne and Damien Darhk? That would be pretty interesting to see, and it does also align with the synopsis because it does say Damien Darhk offers advice to Barry, but there's a catch. Now obviously we don't know what this advice is and what the catch is, but what if Damien Darhk and Barry are actually working together and they've agreed to help each other to stop what's happening, and then the catch could be that something's going to happen once they resolve all of this. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm very intrigued to see what's going on. We do then have this shot of Barry disguised and he's in the Central City Citizen. So this is him probably trying to get through to Iris maybe and convince her that Thawne was the one behind this. That would be pretty interesting to see as well. His coffee mug is filled with coffee, so clearly he is talking to someone. We then cut to this shot of Iris in the loft, and due to her hair just flying away, a speedster clearly ran past her. This could either be Barry and he's trying to get through to Iris once again, but it could also end up being Thawne who finds out where Barry is, so he would just rush to where Barry is. Who knows? We do then cut to Barry as the Flash on the ground, and this is in the party. So this could either be that the heroes managed to defeat Barry, which would make sense due to his decreased speed, and we do see this shot of Batwoman taking someone down, but we do not see the person's face in this suit. So it is possible that this could also end up being Eobard Thawne wearing the Flash suit and he's the one that ends up getting knocked out. We do also get this shot of the Flash once again being tossed onto something, and once again we don't know who it is because we do not see the face, we only see the Flash suit. I am assuming it's Barry because it's pretty early in the episode saying that it's still in the party, but again it could very much end up being Eobard Thawne as the Flash as well. But next up, we are in Star Labs and we have Chester and Ryan Choi getting choked, and you would assume by Damien Darhk because he does have like telekinesis powers. So once again, it does lead me to believe that Barry and Damien Darhk will be having some sort of an alliance and they will actually work together to stop what's going on. And later on, we do also see Allegra and Alex Danvers on the ground in Star Labs as well. So once again, this could be Damien Darhk's doing. Now the synopsis does say, an epic battle begins with the Reverse Flash pitted against the Flash, Team Flash, Batwoman, Sentinel, and Ryan Choi. And this was the theory I mentioned in the previous video, and Arrowverse Scenes was the one who told me about this. But if we are assuming that Barry is the Reverse Flash and Thawne is the Flash, what if the synopsis is talking about the same thing as well? So what if it's actually Barry facing off Eobard, who's teamed up with Team Flash and the other heroes, and the only alliance Barry would have is with Damien Darhk? That would be pretty interesting as well. But the trailer does end with Eobard shouting at Barry, reassuring him about the fact that he has finally won and that he's now much faster than Barry at this point. I cannot wait to see this rivalry between the Flash and Reverse Flash continuing on with episodes 4 and 5. I cannot wait to see Thawne's reaction to everything. I cannot wait to see Barry's reaction to what's going on. And I'm very excited for episode 4. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Be sure to tell me in the comment section down below what you're most excited for going into episode 4. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.